Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. This episode is a little different from what we usually do, and that is because last week Chachi and I had COVID, so we couldn't go out exploring. But I thought I would jump on and do a short video on the type of equipment that we're using to produce these YouTube videos. It is a topic of conversation that sparks a lot of interest. Some people may not be interested in it, so that's okay. We'll be back to our normal exploring next weekend. But if you want to just know a little bit about what we're using to produce these videos, then just hang around and hear me out. So the first item on the agenda is the camera. We purchased a GoPro Hero 11 Black with the Media Mod. Now the Media Mod is a case that goes on the GoPro. It has the, I'm not too sure what you would call this. I think it's like a, it's Does that make sense? It's a microphone cover. It's a microphone cover that you put on to deaden the sound of wind or any sort of noise that you don't want on there. The Media Mod also comes with these attachments. There's a whole series of different brackets that can go onto vehicles. There's a curved one that goes onto a helmet. There's a light attachment for the top of the GoPro. It's basically all stuff that is used to produce for producing social media. So whether you're an Instagrammer or producing something on Facebook or YouTube, this is the go-to. This thing is really incredible. It's like doubles as like a tripod. It has all of the buttons for using the GoPro, and it's also a battery pack. So if your battery's running low on the GoPro, you whack this guy in and it charges it, so on the go. So that's really handy. It also came with 3 batteries, so there's one in the GoPro, and we also have 2 with the charging unit, and so that's pretty good. I'm still a novice with all of the settings, and some of the results of some of my videos I'm not too happy with, but I'm working on it, so bear with me. We also bought the waterproof casing. Now the GoPros do say that they are waterproof, but I've done enough reading and research and found that people say that 1 grain of sand caught in one of the doors has let water in. So to be on the safe side, everyone recommends to get a waterproof casing. Haven't used it yet, but that's something that we hope to use in the future. Something else that I did purchase, I couldn't find GoPro for dummies, so I got that one. And that's been really handy, because like everything else, all the instructions are online, and I hate reading things online. Call me old school, but that's the way it is. Okay, so the next item that we've got is the external microphones. So we found with the GoPro, microphone's great for when you're filming somebody directly front on, but if there's 2 of you trying to do commentary, then you can switch. It's a setting in the GoPro where you can switch the microphone to pick up the back of the camera or it can pick up the front of the camera, but it doesn't do both. So we found that quite annoying when watching other people's videos. When somebody's actually talking at the front, they're filming and speaking there, but then the person who's doing the filming actually tries to add to the commentary, and the volume is just not there. So we looked into external microphones, and we came up with the Rode, I hope that's how it's pronounced, Rode microphones, and we got the kit where it has actually two. So this plugs into the GoPro, and then we each wear one of these, and they've got the little fluffy hats which cut down on the wind noise, and that works a treat. But these work from quite a distance, so I can be filming and have one on, Chachi can have this one, and he can be way ahead, and you'll get both of our voices equally on the video. And we just found that these things are just great. So also with these, it's actually an Australian company that produces these, so we're really happy to support Australian made. So the next thing on the agenda is the Apple MacBook Pro. It's the 14-inch Apple M3 chip, which is the new chip. It's 18 gigabyte memory, 500 gigabytes of storage. We had to go all out with the MacBook Pro. We wanted the equipment to last because we want to take it, into the motorhome when we eventually get the motorhome. This thing needs to be in it for the long haul. So I was doing all the editing on my MacBook Air, and it just wasn't coping with running all the software and the sheer volume of the video clips and the sound and the music and that sort of thing. It was taking literally hours to edit the videos. So we went all out. It is an expensive purchase, but it's been well worth it. Something else that we purchased to go with it, the WD My Passport hard drive. This is a 5 terabyte hard drive. I load all of the videos and photographs that we take onto the hard drive rather than onto the MacBook Pro. It's just so much easier to store them on something like this and without clogging up the MacBook. So that's a good little tip. And speaking of the computer, the program that I'm using for the editing is Final Cut Pro. That was another quite an XE purchase, but I'm really happy that I went that way. I did start out using iMovie, and iMovie operates very, very similar to the Final Cut Pro because it's an Apple product. But there's just so much more that you can do with the Final Cut Pro. Having said that, I still haven't mastered everything, and I do struggle from time to time. But hopefully, as things go on and into the future, then I can master a few more of the features that Final Cut Pro has. So this was one other purchase that we made, was an external microphone for the MacBook Pro. I found that when I was doing the voiceovers, they just had a different sound quality to the rest of the video, which sort of drove me nuts. So I just decided to get this. It's only a cheapie. I got it from Officeworks. It's Otto. Plugged it in straight away. It works fine with the Final Cut Pro. Really easy to use, and it just has a better sound quality than the microphone that comes in the MacBook Pro. So we're big on trying to make the sound quality really good because I just find that the clips are just so much more enjoyable when you can actually hear what's being said. And last but not least, this is Sylvester D'rone. He's a DJI Mini 2, and he's a lot of fun. With Sylvester, we haven't had much of an opportunity to really let him stretch his legs or his wings. Simply because we've been going to places like national parks where you can't fly drones, or you're not supposed to fly drones. So we've sort of been limited with what we can do. This guy will become a whole lot more useful when we do get the motorhome, and we can go a bit further afield and we're sort of out of the built-up areas. But for the moment, we're exploring areas just in southeast Queensland. A lot of them are national parks, so that we can't sort of take Sylvester. But we have given him a run. I'm so scared that I'm going to crash this guy, and so if anyone has any tips to get over the fear of crashing your drone, please let me know, because I need some tips. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week with another adventure. If you have any questions about anything that I've shown you here today, shoot them in the comments and I'll get back to you about that. If there's anything else you want to know, let us know. But thanks for watching. See you next week.